Alright, I know you guys have been missing the SimpKiller, so I've been watching a lot of Under the Mayo, some of his recent stuff, and let's just say that, yeah, he needs to make a comeback. So we're gonna get him in. Hey yo, Simp!
What?
Yeah, you wanna take another shot at this?
You mean you're ready to stop being a pussy? Give me that shit.
Damn! Alright. Today, we're going to be talking about Mr. Under the Mayo, because once again, he's talking about dumb shit that he don't understand, so let's fucking get into this shit.
He got paid.
Ooh, we're finally back. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here. Yeah, your boy is back, and let's just say, when I seen this first video, I just couldn't resist.
Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll do it myself.
And there is a reason we're starting with this video. There is. The reason is because this video that he made 3 months ago contradicts the Darksiders review that he does in some small way. But once you notice it, I'll explain it to you and you'll find it entertaining. Because this dude cannot stay consistent, even if it meant he would get 1 billion subs. This motherfucker would somehow shit the bed.
As far as I remember, there's always been this divide between God of War players and Devil May Cry players, whose game is better and whatnot.
I don't know about y'all, I have never fucking heard of that. What in fuck's name is he talking about? There's never been a divide. I'm a fan of both of them, and I've never once heard people say, oh, Devil May Cry is better, no, God of War is better. You're just making that up. Like, there's no rivalry there. It's respected as, like, its own game. Like, I don't know what that is. I can't explain that one. I think he's talking through his neck on that one, as usual.
Most people can simply like what they like and let it be, and most people probably just like both series to some degree, or at least respect the one they don't.
Okay, see, now he's making sense, but the issue still lies. You're creating artificial issues. There's never been a rivalry. And while I agree, people should be left to enjoy their own fucking game. This is true. The problem is, you don't do that. You fucking shit talk and critique every aspect of a fucking game to death. Because you either can't finish it, can't complete it, or you're just straight up incompetent.
However, as a fan of both, but someone who vastly prefers God of War, I hear from a lot of DMC players that look down on God of War. They don't even see the games as worthy of being mentioned in the same conversation.
What the who has ever said that? Have you guys said that? The people watching this video? I've never done that. He must be talking to some fucking strange people if they're saying that, oh, God of... Like, what is he talking about? I've never heard it. There probably is some fucking fringe group, I won't deny that. There probably is some superiorist group that is like, oh yeah, this is better. But not to this scale. He's talking as if he's heard this, like, every day, which I doubt highly.
Particularly due to mechanical depth and stylistic expression. I'm hoping this can be a video that God of War fans can send to their DMC-loving friends that simply can't comprehend why they like God of War better. I'll do my best here.
Oh, why they can't comprehend it? Oh, watch out everyone, the prophet fucking Under the Mayo is speaking. If you send this video to your friend who loves DMC, he probably won't be your friend anymore because you'll annoy him with how Mayo fucking analyzes shit. And trust me, we'll get into that later when we're reviewing the Darksiders review. Because believe me, everything that you are seeing will be telling later on, I promise you that. But this goes to more back to my point when I used to say, I think I said it in one of my other Mayo videos, that he's just a troll. He's just like a rage baiter. Because why would he use that terminology who are just not competent enough? He's literally just rage baiting fucking fan bases. He's trying to start wars, and I think that this is more evident proof of that, honestly.
Now, I would never go as far to say God of War is close to being as deep as some DMC games can be, but they're also not shallow, especially God of War 3 with the multi-weapon combos you can do.
So I would like to point out really quick, the reason why I'm saying he's talking shit is because he's actually a new DMC player. here's the screenshot of the video where it explicitly says it in the title so that he can't circumvent it or fucking do laps around, tap dance around. Oh, well, technically speaking, shut up, Mayo. You're a new player and you're trying to already say how God of War is better than DMC. He's not even like a veteran player, he's new to it, so how could he give a critical understanding if he could barely understand it because he's new to it? And this video came out in the same time frame as the video that we're currently reviewing did. So what the fuck are you talking about? You haven't even broken down everything yet to give it a fucking fair review.
Seriously, just look at God of War 3 combo videos, and you'll see that game has a lot of room for creative expression and combo juggles. It's great.
Mate, with all due fucking respect, when people are looking into a game, they don't give a fuck about the combos. Most people don't give a fuck about the fighting. What they care about is if it looks fun and if it has a good story and all that. That's what I look into anyway. My chair's falling backwards. And yeah, so I don't know why you're trying to say, oh, the combo videos justify why you should get this game. Well, if I already have DMC, I already have the combos. And vice versa, if I have God of War, I already have the combo. So what point is that to make? They're two sides of the same coin, man.
And we'll get into the gameplay aspect soon, but that's all anyone talks about when they compare these two series. I wanted to come here and talk about why I and others personally prefer even the weakest God of War titles over the DMC series.
So this video isn't about getting the whole artificial war between DMC and God of War to stop. This is just you flexing another game, why it's better than like Y game. Like what's the point of this then? It just seems like you're trying to fucking stoke fires, non-existent fires, mind you, between two fan bases that have already readily agreed that their games are almost identical, like with the exception to like story, abilities, and even, yes, sometimes combos. So what's the point of this? You're just trying to say how God of War is better, even though you spent the last few months shitting on it when fucking Ragnarok and all came out. More on that later, trust me, we're building up.
Even if DMC does have more depth in its combat. And no, we're not talking about the new God of War.
Oh, at least be fucking consistent about it. Why are you leaving two of the most arguably best sequels, that being 2016 God of War and God of War Ragnarok? Do I detect a little bit of disdain for those two games? So it sounds like you're the only one who can't agree on which game is better. You're the only one that can't agree which God of War games are better. So why make this fucking video at all, bro? This is like literally a self-insert made video.
First, a comparison. It's similar to how I prefer Mortal Kombat over Street Fighter, or really any other fighting game.
Alright, so the next few is just a nothing burger, so we're going to skip ahead. It's just him basically saying how he prefers violent games over... Which, by the way, that fucking explains a lot with his affinity for Doom and all those other games. This explains a lot why he has a certain fucking type.
But there's more to games than just their gameplay.
Yeah, remember, this is the same guy who bitch-moaned and complained that the new God of War's combo system was deeply flawed, right? But there's more to games than just gameplay, even though that's something that he hyper-focuses on in most of the reviews that he's done about God of War, Resident Evil, and probably even Overkill. Leave it in the comments if I'm right about that, but this motherfucker's cherry-picking like a motherfucker now.
If you judge games solely on their gameplay, you miss the larger picture. For another quick comparison, it's like saying Resident Evil is better than Silent Hill because it has better designed resource management and inventory management.
I mean, that's a fair point. Granted, I wish he gave the same retrospect to the other games that he'd fucking review. But yeah, this is probably a fair point, so we're gonna see where this leads into.
Yeah, that may be true.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he's biased. Resident Evil is his favorite game. And then he agrees with it. See what I mean? Of course he's going to agree with that, because the OG Resident Evils are some of his favorite things that he holds on to a fucking pedestal. I should have known better. I knew that it would have turned to shit. What's the point of making that point if you're just going to agree with your own point, man? Like, fuck me.
But you also have to consider the puzzles, the story, the music, the sound design, the difference in location, the creature design.
All made completely irrelevant when you agreed with your own point. You can't argue it now after making it an objective fact of yours. Like, that's so stupid. That's like me turning around and saying, oh, I think... It's like saying that God of War is better than Devil May Cry because their combat system is more gory and more robust. Well, even though that's true, you have to take it... No, because any point that I make after that is invalid due to the statement that I fucking made. Do you not understand how English works?
If you boil games down to just one thing, you're missing so much. And you make it hard to understand why someone could like something so much more than you do.
Alright, now that idiocracy is done with, we're gonna move on to an even bigger one. This is gonna be the Darksiders review. Now, this one is the one you need to pay attention, because he fucks up almost immediately. I don't know if he put that first clip in there implying that he died over a bug, but if you go back to it and rewatch that, you will see that he fell off the edge into lava, so that was his own fault. I just want that to be known.
Everyone told me to play Darksiders. For years, actually, not just in the time I've been doing YouTube, but I have old friends that recommended it.
Okay, I'm gonna press X to doubt, but it's only the start, so I'm not gonna go too hard on him.
So why didn't I ever check out these games before? Well, I guess I fell into the narrow-minded attitude of dismissing games that were labeled as clones.
Fell into the you still fucking do it. Well, sometimes. Not a lot. But here's the thing, if you're gonna judge it off of that mindset, oh, it's a clone, so there's no point in me playing it, that's such a fucking shallow-minded mindset to have. And, like, you're meant to be a reviewer? Bro, you definitely... stick an application into IGN, bro. You'll be the top spot.
I was a huge God of War fan growing up, so when Darksiders and Dante's Inferno came out and were said to be like God of War, for some reason that turned me away.
Now there it is. Remember earlier when I said that his DMC video will make sense after this one? This is what I'm talking about. This is where the personal bias comes into it.
Why would I want something that plays like God of War when I already have God of War?
Well, why would you play DMC when you already have God of War? Why would you play Call of Duty if you already have Battlefield? Like, why would you play FIFA when you already have Pro Evolution? Why would you play Madden when you have, like, see, this fucking argument he's making that he had, in quotations had, is fucking stupid. And this is who y'all trust for your reviews? Jesus.
I don't know where this attitude came from, because it certainly didn't apply to shooters. I played Duke Nukem 3D and Quake despite being a Doom fan.
Now, first of all, it can apply to shooters, very much so. You can tell the difference between Call of Duty and Battlefield almost immediately. Now, the reason why you'd never noticed it, or the reason why you noticed it, is because you hold certain games up to a pedestal. So for you in survival horror, nothing is going to be better than the OG Resident Evil. For you in hack and slash, nothing is going to be better than God of War 3. And for you in shooters, nothing is going to be better than Doom. So you have a narrow mindset that caused this to happen, and then you're struggling to figure out why this has happened. It's because you put it in your own fucking mind, dude, and then the rest of the games that you've reviewed that aren't in your favorite genre have suffered from it because you're a complete and utter tool.
And just because Silent Hill plays similarly to Resident Evil doesn't mean I ignored it, so what gives? Maybe it was that one Spyro game that had God of War's combo system that made me say enough is enough.
Oh, and look at that fucking case in point. Maybe it was the Spyro game that had God of War's combo system. You see, case in point has just been fucking made here. He holds God of War up to a pedestal so that nothing can be better than it, and then he bases reviews based off of his favorite game in the genre. So it don't matter what happens, the new Resident Evils will always be judged by the old one's standards, and the new fucking God of Wars are going to be judged by the old one's standards. The same thing being said for DMC. Well, not yet, because he's a new fan, so he doesn't know shit yet. But yeah, case in point has been fucking proven.
Honestly, I don't know, I can't explain it, but since I had that attitude, I guess it was good that I didn't play them back then, because who knows, maybe I would have gone in with a closed mind and not enjoyed it.
Oh no, believe me, we've seen what happens when you go in with a closed mind. That's how we got the fucking Overkill, God of War, and most of the bashing of the new Resident Evils from you, because you went in with a closed mind. Believe me, we don't need to imagine in a different universe. We've witnessed it. The only reason why you haven't witnessed it is because you're so far up your own arse.
And after seeing God of War get turned into a franchise about rowing boats and crying, I'd give anything for 10 classic God of War clones right now.
Oh, but then you'd complain about the lack of originality. And funny enough, You just said that you prefer the God of War games. Oh, except for the new ones because it turned into a rowing and crying. See what I mean? He's still closed-minded. He's still fucking closed-minded, even when making a fucking video essay about how being closed-minded fucked over his playstyle and his tastes in games. He's still fucking doing it. You can't make this up.
So yeah, I'm open to it. I'm ready for some classic 2010 hack and slash action.
The reason he's making this video is because he knows he can't justify God of War Ascension.
Darksiders has you taking control of War, one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, apparently tricked into getting involved in a war between heaven and hell.
Wait, apparently? No, that's exactly what happened. There's nothing apparently about... You didn't finish the game, did you, Mayo? You didn't finish Darksiders. Please tell me you finished it. I will fucking lambaste you if you haven't.
An unsanctioned war, and the council that oversees existence blames him for what has transpired. To prove his innocence, he vows to bring the one responsible to justice. War then sets out on an adventure across destroyed parts of the earth and some other crazy places that I'm not quite sure what they are.
Oh, some other crazy play. He hasn't finished the game. You know what they are. Oh my, he hasn't finished it. Hold on, I gotta find this out for y'all real quick.
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm out. I'm fucking out. If you could have seen the expression on my face at this point, I've never been so fed up. I've been miserable for hours, and I just don't care anymore. Crap on me all you want for not finishing games. I got pretty far. I don't need to do this to myself anymore.
Mayo, you're a game reviewer on the same level as IGN right now. How can you play Doom and not this, and then just quit midway through? This is what I'm talking about. This is why you can't respect him as a reviewer, because he just quits. He's a fucking coward, and his excuse for stopping is ironic. He says the reason why he got bored of it was because the game is too long and there's too many puzzles. So why the fuck do you like Resident Evil, which has the same type of puzzles? Are you saying that now puzzles are too complicated for you all of a sudden, bro? Get fucking bent. So that's pretty much the end of this video, but this saga on Mayo isn't over yet. If you want me to react to the full Darksiders review on live stream, let me know, and I will do that. Because, yeah, you know what? SimpKiller's back.
But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
So yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, do let me know. I will be doing more of this style later on. If you want me to react to the full Mayo thing, hit me up, let me know in the comments, and I will set up a live stream later on down the line. I just need to go to some surgery, and then I'll be back. So yeah, let me know what you want to do, and I will facilitate it for you all.